All right, Travis Brown, Horror Movies Uncut, Submissions and Slashers podcast. I am here with the gentleman of the hour behind the film The Exorcism that you're going to be able to see in theaters June 21st. I'm speaking with Josh Miller. I'm speaking with M.A. Fortin. Mark, how you guys doing today in your lovely, lovely land where you're located right now?
Great to meet you, Travis. We're good.
Awesome, awesome. So, hey, I appreciate your guys' time. The first question is going to be for Josh. Is there any moments when you were watching Adam in the film and you were like, man, wait a minute, is this dude acting like me? Is that what I look like when I'm behind the film? Tell me a little bit about his performance as Peter in the film and how much you were able to dig into what he was doing in front of the screen.
That's a funny question.
Is that me? Is he doing me?
I don't feel cornered at all.
Yeah.
No, I mean, honestly, at least I can look. I don't have the objectivity, so I don't know how to answer that totally. But what I can say is, I was really thinking more Billy Friedkin. I was more thinking like those kind of auteurs of the '70s that were kind of, had a persona and had like a brand personality and were unafraid to just, get in there and rip you to shreds to get the performance out of you.
Right, right.
And kind of have no boundaries.
Yeah.
And that kind of stuff. I'm probably the opposite of that as a film director. I'm much more of a diplomat.
I can attest.
Okay. And Mark, I'm sure that makes it easier to work with, right?
Yeah, I would definitely attest to that.
I'm not necessarily easy to work with on this project.
Throw yourself under the bus. Go for it.
I'm not afraid of being a little difficult.
No, but I mean, it's interesting. There's a subset of people in Hollywood that think that they can only achieve what they want through cruelty, and that's not just certain directors.
Or being nice, and neither work.
Yeah.
So when you have a character like Peter, is that like, are you looking at almost like a time period thing where, hey, remember when there were a lot of, what's out there behind?
The thing of the past.
That character was definitely inspired by certain characters and sort of a spirit of inappropriateness on movie sets.
For sure, for sure. So Mark, what's one of the things that you wanted to make sure came across with Russell Crowe's character in the film? Because this is a family man that's going through some stuff. So because people are gonna, they're gonna hate, they're gonna say all types of weird comparisons that don't really need to be with the exorcism. What did you want to put across with his character? And do you feel like he was able to accomplish that?
I think Russell's extraordinary in the movie. When we first met him, he was like, in movies, I like to drive the bus. And we were like, well, in a possession movie, you are the bus, And so this was I think this was a new experience for him. I think it was disorienting. But I think a lot of really great work can come from when you're in a situation where you're not fully comfortable.
Right.
And I think that shows here. I think he's extraordinary. For us, I think the thing that we really wanted to get across in his character was that sense of vulnerability that, it's one thing to have like the in canonical exorcism movies to have a young girl possessed. And if she does a couple things, you go, but she's only a child, like, the poor little girl, what are we going to do about her? And if you have like a grown-ass man like Russell doing some honestly fucked up stuff,
right?
The audience might not be totally on board with, they might get a little bit like, whoa. And for us, really, really driving home the vulnerability and the wound that's, at Russell's character's core, so that we can really understand what this person is up against, to get you on his side. For us, that was really a core element of the movie that could not be lost.
That's fantastic. Thank you guys so much for your time. This is definitely a horror fan film. They're going to love this because of what you guys are doing behind it. So appreciate your guys' time. Thank you so much. Look forward to seeing everything you guys have coming up in the future, and best of luck with The Exorcism.
Thanks, Travis. It's a pleasure.